How do you want to start it? We should have played music to get pumped up first. Damn it, idiot, stupid.
Let's talk about Venezuela right now.
let's talk about Venezuela. Yeah, let's talk about it. So I actually don't really know too much of what's going on. So
so here's the snippets. Is that all I know is that Marco Rubio and stuff like that he's like doing something and fucking up something, and Venezuela
fucking up good or fucking up
fucking
bad?
up good. It was like drug stuff. So I think this is like a conglomeration of like them fucking up the
that boat. They shot that boat.
Drug dealers down the bottom of the water, getting eaten by catfish. So
yeah. So when the government of Afghanistan wouldn't hand over Osama bin Laden because he did terrorist stuff, look what fucking happened to that country.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not a good example because we lost that one. But anyways, to kill a shitload of their people. So, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna move this closer to you because I have a microphone I have a speaker in my throat.
Your throat?
As my wife says.
Yep. So. Oh God, man.
So
oh fuck.
So I saw some troll on Instagram was like, so Trump activated 4,000 Marines to go. He was trying to say like that they're going to go. I've seen a lot of like disinformation and or misinformation. I think at this point it's a lot of purposely.
Well, the human public doesn't know a lot about anything about constitutional like rights and stuff like that, and how the presidents can direct certain things. So people are so ill-informed and stuff like that, actually the fucking media loves that, and they'll play that into their fucking like theater and stuff, so they can manipulate fear-monger and all that stuff.
Get the views, yeah, dude, 100%. That's why I was like, Anchorman's not parody. Anchorman art imitates real life, right? That's a real life fucking issue.
Yeah.
Where it was like the news went off at like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and they played the national anthem, and it was just snow. And the news came back on because everybody was supposed to go to sleep, and then they were just like, "How can we make more money off this?"
Yeah. What sells? Fear, evil, nasty stuff,
sex and bad things.
Sex, bad things. So.
No, but so this guy came out and he was saying, he was like, 4,000 Marines, they're about to get absolutely fucked. Maduro's called out 4.5 million militiamen. And then some dude like did a cut in on it, and he was just like, obviously, former devil dog. Yeah. And he was just like, the only thing those 4,000 Marines are thinking about is target-rich environment, baby.
Yeah.
He's like, they didn't just activate 4,000 Marines. They activated a Marine Expeditionary Force.
Yeah. That is hungry. Been waiting to fucking kill something.
I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about this. I'm like, does anybody not remember Panama getting absolutely fucked the last time? We've seen this movie before.
Dude, it's just so funny because like the Marine Corps peacetime is the worst fucking time ever.
Yeah.
They're not made to be a peacetime force and stuff like that. And it's all fuck games right now. And now, if there's anything that is going to be involved with Venezuela and stuff like that, dude, these guys are horny for this shit right now. They're just waiting for this fucking opportunity to go fuck up them. So,
as my buddy,
fuck up anything, dude. They you give them a target, they're just like, all right, cool, awesome. So good luck.
Point me in a direction.
That's a small hole for a big thing.
I know. All right, and we're back. I gotta add the in there on that one. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be getting anything from my wife for quite some time. She did hear it the other day. I was on the way home from work, and she was just like, "I listened to the podcast. You're fucking dead." And I was like, "What the fuck did I do?" She was like, "You're talking about me on the fucking pod," and I'm like, "I didn't say anything bad." She was like, We can talk about it when you get home. I'm like, fuck!
Pops in the delicates.
Fuck! Now I'm sitting there listening to it to myself, and I'm being like, what did I say? What did I do? For what? For fucking what?
Give your balls a tug.
For what?
God, man.
But as an old eyebolic buddy, I don't actually ever, I don't know his first name, but Lundy, if you're out there, as he used to say, it's like being a firefighter, training to be a firefighter your whole life, and then you get done training to be a firefighter, and you do your drills every single day to fight fires, and then they solve all kinds of combustion issues, and they're just like, there's no fires to fight your whole life, and you're sitting there and you're just like, I'll go out and start fires. Yeah. I'll go out and start fires. And that's why Marines,
No, you
Rangers,
wonder what they're really excited with the Marines, like if they are really going in there and stuff. That I don't know. I don't care enough right now and stuff. I got too much shit on my plate anyways and stuff that. But if they are going there, you want to know what the Marines are really thinking about?
those big booty Latinos.
Yeah, big booty fucking Latinos.
I saw that post. You stole that. I saw that post.
They're lurking for that shit, dude. They're just like, dude, they're mostly gonna be like the army rolling through like Germany, like areas and stuff that, and these hot German women and stuff that are just like
so grateful to be liberated.
That's exactly the Venezuelan Latino baddies are gonna be all like that too. So
it's
For what?
The easiest way to make E5 is to go to Korea as an E6. So, or the fastest way. And I was just like, brother, what are you talking about?
For what?
That's so wild, man.
that's how you prep it. Yeah, there is char in prepping stuff that, but if you ask Joe Rogan, he just puff it down and stuff that. I'm like, I don't know how it does, dude.
I feel like every other day there's something new coming out where they're sitting there going, remember how we said creatine was bad for your fucking liver and shit? It's not. Take as much creatine as you want because it's in red meat anyways.
Yeah.
Remember how we said COVID was real? It's actually not. And the mRNA vaccine is going to give you cancer. Oh, fuck. We're canceled off Spotify now. I just feel like every 2 seconds I turn around and they're just like,
Something's bad, something's good, something bad, something good.
remember how we said that the 4G, the 5G towers weren't going to make you like gay and retarded? It turns out we were horribly wrong about that. It is making
You're all
everyone
gay
very
retarded
gay and retarded.
Jeez, dude. Well, I guess we can start with the first issue. Bullshit.
Before you is a turbocharger.
Yep.
It is the removed turbocharger. Actually, I'm actually pretty proud of this because the blackened side of this turbo is actually not that blackened, which means that I didn't really roast it that hard. I don't think. I'm actually pretty proud of it because usually they come out and the one side of the turbo is absolutely fucked, and then the other side is fine. The exhaust side, I guess, is what that's called.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this has been an absolute. It was a pain in the ass to take it out because I don't get good signal in here, and so I was like, you know what? I don't need to watch a video. And also the instructions that Ford have suck. So, sorry, I'm chewing my cigar. I just kind of winged it. And then there came to one point where I was like, all right, so this should be another oil line because it was next to another oil line. And I went to pull it and it was a coolant line. And I was like, huh, that's fucking weird. Did I just fuck something up? So now I'm sitting there and I'm looking through stuff and trying to figure it out, and they're just like, yeah, that'll happen. And I pushed my pan was a little bit too tall. I pushed it under there, and it didn't quite make it. So the entire time I thought the pan was catching it. And then I looked down because I was wearing my sandals and I started to feel something wet, and there was a pool of coolant under my feet. And I was like, fuck!
Yeah.
So, in the number of things that I have done, I attached the new blow-off valve. Mm-hmm. It is sitting on one of the charge pipes. It's not reattached. The turbocharger is back on. The new one is back on. It's not fully connected. There's an oil drain line that goes underneath, and you have to have you ever seen the meme where she's like, where did you learn to do that thing with your fingers? And then it's like the fucking car guy reaching underneath, just sitting there tickling the fucking bolt to make it fucking turn. Yeah. That was me, like, while the wife is sitting there watching me, listening to me at like fucking 9 o'clock at night, just swearing up a storm. And she's like, I'm not going to tell you to do this tomorrow because I know you're not going to listen, but maybe you should call it a night. And I was like, no, I'm getting this fucking thing in there.
Yeah.
It was such a pain in the ass, and then I didn't have the right tools. I had to go get more tools, but so anyways, yeah, that's where that's it right now. And I actually, you know what? I actually got a fair amount of it out of my system. I was able to bullshit a fair amount and bitch and complain about it, and it was fortuitous that you said, yeah, I'll come over and do a pod because I did not want to work on that. I came out here for the express purpose of working on the car, and then you were like, yeah, I'll come over and do it. Sure, I don't really want to because I hate you, but I'll come over and do it. And I was like, thank God I don't want to be covered in fucking oil and grease and fucking 12 o'clock at night watching a video on YouTube as a guy explains to me that, well, you needed to watch the beginning of the like taking the turbo off. The worst thing I've ever heard was, well, remember when we said at the beginning of the install to be careful taking off this part? No, I don't remember. Why? Because I didn't fucking watch this video until after I had a fucking problem.
Just straight A man stuff right there. Just manual? Nah, I'm just gonna fucking wing it and stuff.
Well, I go on the fucking Ford. So it comes with a little card. It says scan the QR code. Don't work on the car unless you go look up the manual. I scan the card. It gives me 100 different pages with all the manuals for every Ford car that they have made, going back to all the way like to 2005.
Jesus.
It's the full manuals for everything. There's not even here's the how-to guide on installing your fucking turbocharger. Not even that. It's just the owner-operator manual for the goddamn car.
That doesn't help out shit, dude.
And so I looked at that for about 30 seconds. I was about the 4th page in, and I'm sitting there and I still hadn't even found 2019 Mustang, let alone 2019 specific version of Mustang. And I just went, fuck this, where's my wrench? And I just started taking shit off. So there was that. But yeah, speaking of Ford, we'll jump the Dodge one.
Jump the Dodge. Dodge SRT Banshee, 900 plus horsepower. Demon? Question mark? 100 plus? Question mark.
So I think a Banshee back in the day was a truck.
I think I remember that.
But I think that was also one of the names that they floated around for that new fucking EV, which they're now putting a fucking inline 6 in. So
they already made them though. They already made the electric ones and stuff.
Right. But now the inline 6 that's going in that same platform. So I've never seen anybody do that before, where they make a electric platform that also has that they're also usually it's we're gonna stick an electric platform into an already gas car.
Well, it probably lost a lot of weight because they don't need that fucking huge ass battery anymore and stuff. So,
but to stick a motor into a gas motor into what was originally an EV platform, as we've already seen when people try to DIY those, EV cars are just made like fucking shit because the engine bay area is not built to fucking hold.
Be engine bay.
Yeah, and the car itself is not built to have that amount of. You can sit there all day long and be like, oh, the motor torque, this and that. There's a dude out there, it's either a fucking Hellcat or a supercharged LS in a fucking Tesla. And he was like, yeah, one of the biggest issues I had was the frame of the car is just not made to handle this. And you can see when he fucking does burnouts and shit, or even just trying to do a fucking, what's it called? Fucking like brake stand. The car twists. The frame of the car fucking twists.
Jeez, dude. Jeez. I've seen that video of the LS swap fucking Tesla. He's so fucking funny, dude.
Like that's it. I mean, it's sick shit, and it's a definite like massive middle finger. I love it, but like, Dodge, what are you doing?
Well, fuck, man, I forgot this guy's name, I just saw the Instagram video too, where I forgot. He's a big fat dude, but he's hilarious and stuff. That he just does diesel swaps, like Cumming diesel swaps.
I fucking hate him. I know who you're talking
Oh yeah, that guy.
He put a fucking Cummins in a Mustang.
No, he put a Cummins in a Rolls Royce Phantom. I'm like, that is fucking hilarious. And he's like, it's awesome because guess what?
Cummins the world with hater pipes.
We have
and
so
shit.
much room for 2 turbos that he's gonna put into it. I was like, Jesus, dude. I was like, that's awesome.
People, it's like the
he also was like, yeah, I got this fucking is it a V12 in that fucker or something like that, or I can't whatever engine it is and stuff that he took it out. He's like, yeah, I took it out, this piece of shit fucking engine, probably gonna make it into a coffee table or something. I don't know. I was like, that's so fucking funny, dude. I love it. I love it how he's just fucking coming diesel swap fucking everything, dude. It's hilarious, dude.
if you know how to work on fucking diesel engines, go for it, man. Like,
yeah. Well, that's his whole stitch, man. Like, that's his whole thing, which is kind of interesting because I don't really see that with Whistle Diesel at all. His name is Whistle Diesel and stuff like that. I don't.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but he hasn't. I don't remember lately any kind of like Cummins swaps or anything like that, or any kind of diesel engines and stuff. Besides the Killdozer, you know, that he made, dude.
My God.
Yeah, so that's gonna be cool. And then he also got the tank too, which is sick as shit too.
What kind of tank does he have?
I don't know what the fuck kind of tank it is. I can't remember.
We'll have to look that up at a break.
Because I don't think it is like a.
It's like a IFV or a APC or something.
Yeah,
it's not a full tank.
Yeah,
I called out. It was Bring a Trailer and somebody else. They were showcasing a tank, and I'm like, no, it's a British Stormer IFV. It's not a tank. And then they were like, well, we're glad. They responded back on Instagram. They're like, we're glad that you said that because tomorrow we actually will have a tank. Stay tuned. And they weren't lying. They had a T-56 Soviet-made battle tank that they were charging. No, I'm sorry, T-55. T-55 Soviet-made battle tank that they were trying to sell, and I was like, it's a commie tank, but that is indeed a tank.
Yeah, that's gross. No, I think what's it? I can't remember. Some dude buying a tank and stuff. It might have been Whistle Diesel again, but they went all the way to I think Britain to pick up this tank or pick out the tank and stuff.
Oh, it might have been a Challenger.
And he picked up
a Chieftain. I think it's a Chieftain. I think I've seen it.
So he went there and they showed all the tiny tanks and stuff. And he's like, this
is
your tank.
No, it's probably a Scorpion. That is a tank.
Yeah, so he got that thing and stuff that brought it over and stuff. So
dude, that's like a little two-person tank with an autoloader, I think.
Well, the funny thing is that, yeah, he does have that. No, you gotta, I don't know that stuff. I don't know enough about tanks to fucking speak upon it, but he, it's funny. They're like, yeah, so they told him that, when you buy a tank and stuff that they weld the barrel like closed out and stuff like that, so you can't use any of like you can't actually use it and stuff like that. That motherfucker opened that up.
I'm like, awesome.
Yeah, we won't do that. Yeah,
weld it shut. Yeah. Are you gonna concrete the whole? Are you gonna concrete, or are you just gonna weld something over this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the regulations for like welding tools are pretty high and tight in the UK, and they don't know that in the United States, there's guys who make their fucking living off welding.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Dude, that's the funny. Is that spot or TIG welded?
Yeah.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
Surprise me. No, dude. God, dude, that's the funniest thing too. Is that the difference between, American and British and stuff like that. It's just like the stuff that we get to do is freedom and stuff, And
they're communists.
And they're like, oh no, like we have the same freedoms and stuff. I was like, no, dude. Right. I was like, dude, I can go Bass Pro, pick up a goddamn gun and stuff like that. Anyone, go to the range, start shooting and stuff like that. Fucking sick as shit, dude.
I could get 10,000 pounds of tanrite.
And also, I'm not getting
blow it up.
I'm also not getting worried about getting stabbed anymore.
Yeah, right?
So, why would I be worried about getting stabbed when I have a Glock in my waist?
Who are we kidding? The biggest bonus is that I get to see more than my wife's ankles and the eye hole in her burqa. Whereas if she lived in the fucking UK.
Actually, since we were talking about this anyways, stuff that there's like they're considering it a rebellion or something like that, where a lot of these British people and stuff that they're like, dude, these fucking people are fucking everywhere and stuff.
Oh
that.
Yeah,
and
that was that one page that I showed you where he was like,
he's like
the British players
the RuneScape fucking health page.
New server have gotten a massive nerf.
Dude. So yeah, the funny thing is that these guys are getting apprehended for waving their fucking flag.
So okay,
I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
So just for some clarity on that. I believe this is what's happening. Mm-hmm. So, what initially was these guys were
British got their own KKK now or something.
Yeah. So they were initially waving around the Union Jack, and they were like, "That we can't have that because that's offensive and racist."
How?
And then
how's the Union
because Jeb.
For what?
It's insane. But if there's any Brits listening, of course, and stuff, because of course we got a ton of worldwide listeners and stuff.
Yeah.
Keep on waving that fucking flag, dog. We support you.
So, Ford UK and Ford Germany. Ford UK obviously produce a lot of great stuff.
There's a Ford UK.
Oh yeah, that's the whole Ford versus Ferrari thing.
Yeah.
Ford UK, the development of the GT40 was a United Kingdom U.S. co-venture. It was a the GT40 is a Lotus body.
Well, yeah, I know that and stuff.
But the development and sticking that thing in there, a lot of the stuff they were just like, let's do a lot of the testing over in Europe, and they already had factories and shit set up there.
Interesting.
Because Ford was trying to expand globally. There's also a Ford Australia. There's a whole documentary actually on, I think it's on Netflix. I started to watch it on a plane, just because Australians are fucking awesome. There is a documentary. It is the Ford versus GM. They're under a different name over there. Oh. Not Peugeot. That's a different one. I can't remember. I'll have to cut it in. They're under a different name over there. But it's basically like GM Pontiac cars. So if you're interested, I've said this before on previous episodes of like season 1 of the pod. A lot of the GMs over in Australia are Pontiac. So if you're a Pontiac guy, that's the place for you, since they don't do anything for Pontiac anymore over here. You can go over and you can get a lot of Pontiac parts from Pontiac style cars. They still make them over there. There's like new, like the GTO, like the last year for that I think was like 2008. They still make a similar version of that car.
That's
over
crazy.
There. And it's very similar to Pontiac, but it's a Holden. It's fucking Holden.
Gotcha.
That's GM. That's just GM under a different name, and then there's Ford Australia. Yes, yep. And the war between Holden and Ford over there, I would say, is potentially a bigger horsepower war than, because it was just Ford and GM. There's no Dodge, and it was just those two battling it out, and it's some of the greatest, most passionate shit that I've ever seen over there. But or anywhere, I mean. To that point, there's such big news.
Yeah.
Ford Performance is no longer Ford Performance.
Oh.
We did it, guys. We did it, guys. Ford Performance is now Ford Racing. Yeah. Oh, let's pull up the statement.
Speaking of changing of certain things like that, there's no DOD anymore. No more.
Oh, that's another good point. Yeah, we're just renaming shit. It's not a PR stunt.
Now we're Department of
War. Do the cut in the note to self. Cut in the God of War music right there.
Yeah.
Put the logo up. Instead of saying God of War, it's like Department of War 2.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be so
Department of War 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I love it, dude. I love it how we switched that back, dude. That is sick, dude. When I saw that, I was like, that's sick. I also feared about my CAC and stuff like that. Now I was like, oh shit, does that mean that needs to be switched around now?
Shit.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Shit.
Your DOD ID. Oh, wait. Is it
Your DOW?
Your DOW ID?
My DOW ID.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here was some of, and I have to clarify these statements. So this was late model Resto posted this, but I think this came from Ford. Today, Ford Performance becomes Ford Racing. This is not a marketing exercise. To which I took this very post, I shared it, and I put, this is a marketing exercise. Yeah. It signals a new, more focused mission to tear down the wall between our race team and the engineering of the vehicles you drive every day on and off the road. Yo, Ford Performance sitting in the corner just going, am I a fucking joke to you? What the fuck are you talking about? Ford Performance put out the GT350, the GT500, the GT. Multiple iterations of the Raptor. Fucking, what's the other one called? Like Big Eddie or something like that is a fucking just nasty ass, was like a OG Bronco prototype platform with a fucking, like supercharged or twin turbo Coyote in it.
Oh, sick.
Dude, insane fucking, you can get it in fucking Forza Horizon 6 or 5 or whatever.
I gotta re-download that shit too.
Dude,
I
fucking
remember we talked about that.
insane fucking cars. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Dude.
The Focus RS, which was the fucking Fiesta RS, which were great rally cars. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
We're breaking down the wall.
Yeah.
The wall? What?
I don't know this wall.
So this
You know
means
what it is? It's probably because Ford Mustangs are doing really good in NASCAR, right? And they're performing pretty fucking good. They've won quite a bit and stuff, so they're probably just like, we can actually push a lot more on this. So
Yeah, but we always win. Just saying. I don't want to hear your heresy. We always win.
Yeah, of course.
Under one global Ford Racing banner, our engineers and designers will develop... Wait, let me change this a little bit. Under one global Ford Racing banner, we will reorganize into the first galactic empire! Anyways... Designers will develop our performance road cars right alongside our race cars. What the fuck have you been... The technology that survives the Baja 1000 will be the DNA for the next Ford F-150 Raptor. The aerodynamic lessons we learn at Daytona and Le Mans will be sculpted into the body of the next Mustang. This is a direct line from track to your driveway, and it starts now. The fuck have you been doing for the past 2 decades?
So I don't watch Indy, even though Indy is the fastest cars in the whole world right now and stuff, racing cars right now. Are there Ford ones too? Or how does that work?
There were at one time. I don't know if there are anymore.
Curious.
I think for a while, actually, GM
I've only
was
been
the one
watching
doing it.
NASCAR, so that's all I've been doing. So
Ford goes in and out. They try to stay consistent and keeping their foot in at least one.
yeah,
But then sometimes they pull back and they take some development time, which is good. You shouldn't continue. GM actually, I feel, has this problem where they'll sit there and they'll try to hammer something that's not working, and then after a while, instead of being like, let's take this year off, reset, we're gonna take a hit for it, obviously. But then they just cancel
dude,
shit, like they do with the Camaro.
that fucking video I sent you a couple mornings ago of the fucking it was the IMSA
IMSA
racing and stuff like that, and it was the fucking Ford going against 2 fucking
Yes,
Camaros and stuff like
yeah.
that. Oh, dude, Fucking what a battle, dude. That is such. I'm still standing better than ever did.
So that's
so fucking fire, dude.
That's a while ago video, actually.
It was.
Because Camaro, and that one has been popping up. Camaro hasn't been racing in a long time, but that was like, that's the...
Well, because they're doing Corvettes now.
So they used to run Camaros and Corvettes. The Corvettes were in a class called GT Le Mans, which is, there's now 2 GT Le Mans classes.
There's GT 1, 2, and then there's like a GTR, and then there's the high performance ones.
Yeah, so
that has Spyro, that purple dragon one.
So there's now like, I think there's like 6 classes. There's the hybrid, there's hybrid 4. It's only 4 now.
It's only 4. Yeah, because I just remember the black, green, red, and blue classes and stuff.
Because at one point they had like 2 GT Le Mans classes.
Yeah.
And it might have been the transition year when they had GT Le Mans, and then GT Le Mans became something else. But that class that those cars were racing in was at one point known as GTD. And GTD was where the Mustangs would race, and GT Daytona. And it was great. It was a great like little class. I kind of really like what they've done now with it. And when they had some of the recent Rolexes, like that hypercar, they were having so many issues with the hypercars. It was actually interesting to see those half electric hybrid fucking things getting. You had obviously there's a lot of other factors, but you had just pure gas powered like Corvettes. Yeah. And it kind of became like dudes are sitting there, and it was like kind of almost feels like that class, just the pure gas, is battling against. There was times in there. So when they're racing in the different categories,
there's a little bit of nature healing, I think, too, where it was coming back to their core.
So when you see them racing, you'll see them at Daytona, and then at like out at Le Mans. They'll come up and they'll flash their lights. Hey, get out of the way. We're not in the same class.
Yes.
Let me go around.
Yeah.
And these dudes were like, no, I'm gonna fight. No. You're driving an electric car.
Dude, yeah.
No.
Dude,
and
to be
shit
honest,
like that,
them,
I was sitting there, I was
we
like,
gotta go to the Rolex this year.
We
gotta go. Rolex, we gotta go to Rolex. I want to be there and stuff. That'd be a lot of fucking fun. And I want to just have fun and go watch those cars again. So
it's only like $50.
Dude, so cheap.
It's only like $50 a fucking person.
So cheap and so awesome.
I love the Rolex. And then you go hit the food trucks at like fucking 3 a.m.
Yeah, dude.
Wake up off of fucking off the bleachers at fucking like 6. They're firing up coffee in the donut truck. You go and get yourself a whole like the old fashioned like stick of fucking donuts.
Yeah,
and just
dude.
Be an absolute fucking pig.
Dude, yeah, that's some good times, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We should do it.
We
bring in a
pod there.
Case.
Let's do the pod there.
There were dudes setting up pods.
Oh, really?
Doing a pod. Obviously, we're going to be sitting there. Like I was like, the key factor this guy's missing is he's not drunk. Yeah. He's not chugging beers.
What we should do, I think this would be the funniest fucking thing, is that we should get there, drink, and then do the pod at the very tippy top of the bleachers and stuff like that.
Yes.
And just watch and listen the whole entire time. And just be like...
It's probably the only place you're going to get signal for a lot.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. And enough kind of block out a little bit of the noise and stuff like that, too, because the noise there is loud as shit there.
Well, you just got to wait until there's a gap. Wait until the pack passes, and then... All right, so we're here covering the Rolex.
And then the pack is there.
And give it a second. Fuck. Bear, let me read the rest of the statement. The first production vehicle born from this new Ford racing mindset will debut this January. It's going to debut this January.
Debut this January. All right.
We'll see. I'd like to see. Is it going to be another GT? I'd love to see it. I would.
You think they're asked to do another GT?
Yeah.
It's been a little bit, so.
It's been a couple years. I think that they may bring it back. I think the last GT they did was 2017 or 2018.
Did you know that if I could pick any car in the world, like all the expensive...
Well, if I was going to do a supercar, it's that one.
It's be a GT, yes.
That is a... yeah.
Like, to be honest, personally, I don't even care what year. I just want a GT, dude. Like, those things are...
You want a GT or a GT40? Do you want the Ford versus Ferrari car, or do you want the modern race car that they
See, that's the
built as
thing, is that I don't care. I'd love both of them.
I'd take the GT40.
No, I would personally,
So-
yeah, that one's good too. But I'm just saying that, like, having GT overall is sick as
So for Ford versus Ferrari, you could order straight from Shelby GT40s, not reproductions. They were 2017 runs of the GT40.
Yeah,
And
I
on
remember
them-
those.
Yeah, but you can order right now from Factory 5. Shout out to Factory 5. They sell kit cars, and it is, for all intents and purpose, the closest thing you can get to time traveling back to 1969 and getting an AC Cobra, the original Cobra, the Cobra Daytona, which is the one that I would fucking want. Those
Yeah.
are beautiful cars, or the GT40. And if you so choose, they give you all the Factory 5 logos, because they obviously can't sell you Ford ones. But if you so choose, you can go and find, I've heard it's a pretty penny, you can go find and get the Ford decals and put them on there. And it's whatever engine, you obviously have to purchase your own engine, you're putting the car together yourself.
Yeah.
And they have fiberglass bodies. I don't think they have carbon fiber. They have fiberglass bodies.
How much
and
did
they
that
have
run
aluminum
me though?
bodies.
Because all those
Cheaper than
GT
buying it. Cheaper than buying it.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah. And so there's the beauty of it too is that it's kind of like having like a coffee subscription where they send it to you monthly. You kind of tell them like, I want my shipment of, they give it to you in order. They don't ship it all at once. And you sit there and you go, I want every 3 months, every 6 months. Or you can go, hey, hold the order because I haven't been able to put together this section yet. And it's step-by-step directions on, and they tell you everything that you need.
Really?
Yes, beforehand. Yep.
Can you send me that link?
I'll show you that later.
take a look at that.
Or if you don't want to go all out
Yeah.
and do something so big like that, they have smaller kit cars. They have it's like a cross between the was it the OG, not C10, but the predecessor to the C10 Chevy truck, or the F1/F100 truck.
Yeah.
And it's a little kit car that you can put together. Or there's like a little Roadster one that looks like an old Ford Roadster. So you can put those together, and the kits run anywhere between, I think, 20 to like 60 or 80K.
Really?
And I think it's 60 to 80K for like the GT40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I still think that's high. I don't think it's that high.
Really? Because
I don't think it's that high.
that would be incredible. Because to get any of those guys right now, you're running close to, dude. It's already getting pushed up there to like 200K.
Yeah.
And stuff like that easily.
I think the last I had looked at it, and that's why I'm kind of calculating for like inflation here and overestimating.
Yeah.
But that's minus the transmission. That's minus the engine. So those are your choice. You put them in. You can tell them, hey, I want this, and you select it and they'll get it for you and send it to you in the package. Or you can do it yourself. They want to know in advance though, because they're sending you the engine mounts. They're sending you the correct stuff for bolting the. So they have like a selection to choose from. They're like, this is from Ford's website. This is from Roush's website. These are the most easily compatible ones to put into your GT40 that will match with everything that we have. Otherwise, you have to get adapters. Otherwise, you have to get like a different bell housing or adapted bell housing. But
Yeah.
you can do it. You know, it's everything from like. So they still sell a 351 block that you can just slap in there. There's 302 blocks you can slap in there, and then obviously everything that they have is compatible with the Coyote.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll send you a link to it. I really do think you could get a GT40 kit car for like 60 to 80,000, minus the engine and transmission.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
That's seats.
That's also
The dash.
fun, dude. It won't be fun, but it's fun in the sense of like you get to put that all together and do all that stuff.
That's
and then you can be your own mechanic for that shit
100%.
too. You know.
And so I had a dude. He was an Apache mechanic. I deployed with, and he was at the time I deployed. He was a drone mechanic, and his hobby, after he'd been retired from the army, was putting together motorcycles. And he was trying to convince me. He was like, motorcycles are so much easier to work on. They're lighter. You need less space for them.
Yeah, super
I'm
easy.
like, yeah, but I like cars. He goes, and he was trying to dissuade me. He was like, don't go buy somebody else's car. He was like, get a kit car. He was like, here you go, $20,000. You get this kit car. Get an engine, slap it in there. And I was like, it's not a Mustang, but like, yeah, for $20,000, and you never have to worry about some dickhead fucking. Kind of like with my car, I pulled off the turbocharger and a bolt came off that wasn't supposed to come off.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to worry about some dickhead like me when I used to work on an assembly line putting together your car, because you put it together. Every single bolt, every single wire, everything about that car, you fucking put on there. You and your son or daughter or your dad or, you know, whoever you chose to take this great undertaking on, you chose to put and do it your way. You know every single thing about that.
That's awesome. That's beautiful in the sense that like you are your own mechanic and stuff that, and that's also goes back to me like also wanting to fly and stuff that, and picking up a AMP license too. So then not only can I fly my own plane, but I can fucking fix my own fucking plane.
Just don't pull a John Denver and die.
Oh yeah, true. So
don't John Denver it, you know.
But no, I mean it's just that's awesome, and I'll be super curious to see all the prices and all that stuff. I ain't saying that I'm buying it anytime soon, but that's like something.
Yeah,
hey, down
cover your ass for the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, honey. No. Wait.
I promise. Jeez, man.
Hey, don't worry. Have it delivered here, and then you can hide the parts from the wife.
Yeah, that's exactly what I should do, to be honest. Hey, Bob, I got something sent there. Don't worry about it. I'll be over in about 20. Oh, man. Nah, dude. That sounds like a great fucking idea, man. Great fucking idea. Just to work and build on your car and stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely sending it over here then, for sure.
Yeah, don't, you know, and the wife will totally be cool about it. And then also, we just line up.
She would be pissed off that her garage is taken from her.
No. That's why I have this. So that's part of the agreement is that.
Well, you have two garages, so.
Yeah, but that's not my garage. She's made it very clear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That space is for, like, Scarlett can go in there. She's pissed off that the GT's sitting in there right now.
That's funny.
and she was like, yeah, you have the space for both of your cars, but mine's still outside. I'm like, fuck. So.
Damn. Well, you haven't fixed the fucking roofing on that fucking garage though, right?
No, but I'm confident that I can get both in there. It's just I can't manually. I have to manually open and close the garage.
Oh, okay.
And manually lock it. So, this is a bit funny. So I pulled up the other day in the GT, and she doesn't really like the heat. She's better to drive at night, and even at night sometimes she gets a little bit like, it's hot. But at any rate, so I pull up, and this bitch is kind of screaming because I've driven her a little bit hard, and I got to run in. I'm keeping it running, just idling.
I'm so glad that you love your fucking smoke kit that I got you.
Do I can't.
It's so nice.
I actually fucking hate this thing.
Really?
I can't
drink anything else.
I can't drink without. I can't open a bottle of whiskey.
That's beautiful,
and just throw some fucking whiskey in a glass. I could come all the way over
That's
here.
The beauty
and
of it, man. That's awesome.
I've been spoiled.
You're welcome. Now
like,
you got a problem.
I feel like I feel like a spoiled little boy over here.
Jeez.
For what?
Officers.
And cut that. But yeah, no, I was sitting there and it was just me on the security camera running inside the house, going and lifting up the thing, trying to rev this thing and get it in before it started to go and die on me. And I touched the coolant pipe and I was just like, why are you hot? You shouldn't be hot. You shouldn't be this hot. Like I was burning me to touch it. I was like, fuck. So I let her sit there, and I turned over the fucking fans, and I just let it sit for like fucking 5 to 10 minutes with the fans on. Both fans running. I'm sitting there, I'm checking everything, and it was like, auto fan on, temperature critical, and I was like, fuck, fuck, damn it. But yeah, I will say the best way to cool that thing down is to drive it in the rain.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably. Yeah, that'll do it. So,
but let me finish Ford's statement on this, because they deserve to explain themselves. This is about more than just the machines. It's about the experience. Oh fuck! You talking about the experience now? No, brother, man. It's Avon and I were talking about this at work. We talked about this on his when he came on. No, it is about the machines. It's not about the lifestyle or like whatever the fuck you're talking about.
yeah.
Our racing schools and the Bronco off-rodeo, God, are not side projects. They are the core part of our mission. They are where we prove that the capabilities we engineer on the track and on the trail are real, and where we share that excitement directly with you. Starting today, we will see our new identity roll out. The full force of Ford Racing will be unleashed. Again, what the fuck are you talking about? Unleashed in January when we kick off the new season at the Dakar Rally, the Rolex 24 in Daytona, and our own season launch event.
Well, didn't they just recently, like a couple of years ago, 2022, I want to say, they just put out the fucking Dark Horse during the time too.
Yeah, like so again,
I'm confused on
what are you
what
doing?
kind of new
So the only thing I can think
is the GT.
It is the GT of there's one other thing that just came to mind, which I heard some rumbling about, was that they were going to resurrect SVT. They were going to bring back the SVT Cobra because there may have been some small infighting between Shelby American and Ford.
I haven't heard shit from Shelby, by the way.
So they still just essentially make super like modified and roided out Mustangs. And then you can also buy like AC Cobras and Daytonas from them. You used to be able to buy GT40s. I don't think you can anymore. They are fully assembled cars and not kit cars. And they're expensive as shit. That you're paying, I think for the baseline Cobra, you're paying like 80. For the Daytona, you're paying probably fucking 90.
Probably more than that, to be honest.
And nowadays, this was a while I looked at it.
Oh,
nowadays, yeah. And I
yes.
think for a GT40, you're paying
Dude, the
like
fucking
DK.
inflation's insane right now. Like, it's nuts in the fact that like everything seems like it's just cost so much more than it has in the past. Like, quick, like 10 years and stuff like that. It's nuts. Even though probably 10 years ago, I was in Japan and I didn't know what prices were. So, but
It's probably Trump's tariffs, obviously.
oh yeah, blame it on that. Yeah, sure.
It has nothing to do with absolutely gutting the fucking economy, or in this case, gutting the fucking gas industry. So the thing that really like bothers me about this is, and some Dodge fanboy was on Instagram and he was talking about how great the fucking he was trashing GM because they're doing electric stuff still, and his initial point was that Trump is killing all the EV fucking shit, because as we quickly found out, all the money that was in EV was government subsidies. I am seeing the same thing with solar panels. We're trying to get solar panels on the roof, and all of the money that was in solar panels, where people were like, oh, it's more affordable. It's more affordable because the government's fucking subsidizing it. You are paying for it with your tax dollars in one way or another.
Yeah.
Or, in this case, your great-great-grandchildren are paying for it, you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
But the guy's point was like, Trump's the fucking president. They're taking away the EV credits. What should we do? GM's response: let's make more EVs. And
For what?
then he was just like trying to say that Dodge was going, oh, we're gonna put a V8 in it. That's not what Dodge is doing. That's what Dodge is doing with a truck, a single truck model that they're doing with the Ram. Dodge is not doing that. They are not returning back to their old roots, because if they were, there would be fucking Hellcats running on the fucking streets these days.
Yeah.
I am very wary about the car companies right now, because they are speaking out of both sides of their fucking mouths.
Yeah. It's like they're like, oh, we know exactly what you guys want, and it's EVs and stuff like that, and it's like the real car guys and a majority of normal people and stuff that are like, no, not at all. Like, why the fuck we want that? Like, I also think in like longevity wise and stuff that this is gonna last me so much longer than a fucking EV and stuff that is gonna have a shit out battery. And I'm gonna be shit out of luck with
You're
that.
gonna be fucked in 5 years.
Yeah. So I look at it as a like longevity investment. So all these people are like, oh, Tesla's the way in the future and stuff that blah blah. And so,
Sure.
dude, I would like to see that thing driving in like 20 plus years, like this fucking Ford F-150. You know, it won't be. It won't be. I know for a fact. So
Well, over the course of 20 years, it's gonna need 4 battery changes.
yeah,
And a motor replaced.
yeah, and that's gonna cost you just as much for another car and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you're mostly just driving the same fucking car.
That's why France tried to replace all of their public works utility vehicles with EVs, and they have a mass graveyard of these things, because when one breaks, it's cheaper to just buy a new one.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude.
The price, if that engine shit the bed tomorrow, I think back in the day it's obviously gone up significantly now. Back in the day, for $3,500, I could buy the standard EcoBoost engine to replace that one. And I think the high performance one was like $6,000. Now I believe it's closer to $5,000 for the standard. It's about $7,000 or $8,000 for the high performance.
Yeah.
And literally the difference in that is a $1,200 supercharger or turbocharger, and I think different charge pipes, maybe a different intercooler. So
My whole fucking battery's gonna cost you 10 grand.
yes, oh yeah,
Easy.
yeah. I've heard
That's
as
not
much
even
as
talking
20
about-
grand for some of these batteries.
That's why
It's insane.
I was about to say that, but then I was like, 10 grand is probably around it, but I wouldn't fucking put it past me. Dude.
That's so that we're talking about EVs is a really good lead-in. I don't know if you steered it in that direction because I have that up on the board.
Maybe.
But your boy James, and I was like, one-off thing. That seeing it once is like, all right. I've seen like 3 of them now on his thing. He is sucking that for what? And that was one of the things that I started to wonder about him, was that he was starting to go in that direction while he was on Donut. Now he's off Donut, and I'm like, all I'm saying is, James Pumphrey, come on the show and explain yourself. Explain yourself to the car guys that you helped make for the past 20 years. Explain yourself. You have a lot to answer for. Why are you pushing EVs? Because it looks like an 80s style car, but they want $40,000. I'm sorry, for the base model, $36,000 for a 275 mile range EV.
That is so small.
I can buy a Ford Ranger that's got like a 400 mile range.
Yep.
Oh, and 3,000 pound towing capacity. A 1990 Ford Ranger has a, we just looked it up, 5,000 to 7,000 pound, depending on what the package was.
Now, this might be, I'll play devil's advocate for this one. Now, I think maybe this is just them being in California too and stuff like that, because they're all in California. Maybe the reason why they're saying that is that, oh, these are like nice daily drivers, easier just to go drive back and forth.
It's shitty people.
And I'm never going to go anywhere more than my fucking LA town.
Yeah, if you're a shitty person.
Yeah, so. But I fucking hate California, so no. So.
Bob, are you saying city or shitty? Yeah? Yeah, like 100%. Those, and Avon and I kind of talked about this, and he was like, who are they making these cars for? And he was like, women and gay fat gay guys. and so we're sitting there screaming about the women and gay fat guys buying the EVs and making the men pay for it. And I was like, no, I think there's a point to this, is that it is
Shitty people.
I can buy a 1990 Ford Ranger that has like a 7,000 pound towing capacity. I don't know if she's getting fucking great mileage to the gallon, but I know it's going to go a lot further than 275 miles on a single fucking
Charge.
yeah.
Charge.
Charge.
Which also means when I go to charge it and stuff like that, I'm waiting
45 minutes.
more than that.
If you're on a long road trip with kids, let's say two screaming kids in the back.
Yeah.
Daddy, I'm hungry. That's all you're hearing. And then the wife is bitching at you. And then,
I have to take a piss now.
Yes.
Stop. So, next thing you know, you have to stop at a fucking charger. Mm-hmm. Maybe not even a supercharger.
45 minutes.
And,
an hour.
And you start charging and stuff.
So it's Jeremy Clarkson, and definitely not James May. It was definitely Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear. On Top Gear, that's what I was trying to think. Top Gear, he had a great analogy that he was demoing one of the Porsches the weekend that his father was hospitalized and passed, and he cranked that bitch to 120 miles an hour for an 8-hour drive straight or something like that. And he was like,
I know Hammond and May think my 928 Porsche is a bit dull, but for one very good reason, it isn't dull to me. You see, back in 1994, I was living in London. I got a call one evening from my mum to say that my dad was desperately ill in a hospital in Sheffield, and I needed to get there as quickly as possible. I'd just taken a chicken out of the oven, and I thought, well, I'll take that for my mum, because she won't have eaten. Ran outside, and I had a 928 on test that week. And when I arrived in Sheffield, the chicken was still warm, and my dad was still alive. In fact, he died half an hour later. And the truth is, if I hadn't have been driving a car which could sit quite happily at 170 miles an hour, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to say goodbye to my dad. So as far as I'm concerned, the 928 is all right.
but he was like, yeah, and my dad was still alive, and the chicken was still warm. And he brought the chicken with him for his mom, and if he had any kind of delay, if he hadn't been in that car, his dad would have died while he was on the road. And I was just like, so if you were driving an EV, your dad would have died while you were charging and playing Angry Birds. I'm like, that's another reason why these things are just, I don't know. James Pumphrey, come on the show. Explain yourself. You owe us as former loyal donut listeners. You owe us an explanation. Why are you sucking the
For what?
Of EV? Now I'm gonna have to put the woo in there.
Yeah. But
in addition to that, I have a Honda Prelude video.
oh,
My dad is also texting me because the dog is afraid of the weather.
You got that blanket that you put on the dog and stuff?
No, we used to have one for the cat. The dog kind of just hides in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what they kind of do. They kind of just hit a spot. They're like, this is my safe spot now.
I'm gonna get in the bathtub and hide.
Yeah.
So, new Honda Prelude. Obviously, it looks like a bag of ass, but this guy's talking about the
Prelude does not have an automatic transmission or a manual transmission.
What?
The new Honda Prelude actually doesn't have a transmission at all in the conventional sense.
What?
Instead, it uses a 2-liter 4-cylinder gas engine that mainly acts as a generator to 2 electric motors that directly power the front wheels. At low or city cruising speeds, all torque comes from those
From those wheels and stuff, because how they do
motors.
it.
Only at highway speeds does the gas engine work to propel the wheels directly.
Oh.
yeah.
Was that all?
It was having an issue.
Well, no. Well, the funny thing about that, so I learned this about the Teslas too, is that they try to maintain charge by braking and acceleration not acceleration, but by braking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it helps spool generators and stuff
the
like that to keep
coasting
the
stuff, yeah.
energy going for it too. So they kind of like have their own like energy saving methods that they have for it. Elon's not a dumb dude.
Yeah.
He's very smart. He figured out certain shit like that. And, you know, well, maybe not him. but
Segways
engineers
have that technology.
Really?
Yeah, the Segway. Remember the
You
Segway?
ever been on a Segway?
I have. I was on a Segway when I was in Bermuda. There's Segway tours. I did them. Later when I saw.
I love to see your dumbass head with the helmet
when
on a
I
fucking
saw
Segway.
pictures of my fat little.
For what?
And you
when I
probably
was a
like,
child.
never again.
And I saw them later on. That was like one of the moments where I went, oh, not only do I look fucking stupid, I am also fat.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was like.
You will never catch me dead on a moped or a Segway ever in my fucking life, or any of those stupid fucking one-wheel shit.
Not even in Italy, you get on a moped
No, fuck no,
with
dude.
a babe riding on the back.
God, no. No, dude. Mopeds are dumb, stupid, and gay. I fucking hate them.
Okay.
Especially when I see those fuckers on a fucking road and stuff like that, going 40 miles per hour when the fucking speed limit is like 60. Get the fuck out of my way.
Your first thought when you see dude on a moped is,
this is when we transition into the 16-wheelers just
Oh,
fucking
God.
on fire on the side of the road.
fuck.
Nothing beats the jet to holiday.
But yeah, that's
No, never in my fucking life you're gonna see me on any of this stupid.
I get you up on there. I get you drunk enough. I get you up on there. I think the Bill Engvall has a funny story about how he wanted a motorcycle, and he went out and he got himself a cut, which without realizing what the cut meant. He went out and got himself a cut, and it says "Kiss my ass" on the back, and then his wife got him a Vespa.
Jesus.
And I don't know if this was a gag gift or she was like, "Here, honey, it's a motorcycle," and he was just like, "It does have a motor, and it does resemble something cyclical."
No way. No fucking way, dude. Like, God, they piss me off.
That's
so
gay.
much, dude.
Heresy.
Heresy. I hate it and stuff like that. I wish I could run them over. It's fine. It's whatever. So
You can now with the Jet 2 holiday. Now with the Jet 2
Buy two.
Buy two, get one free.
Fucking no. So
Oh wait, just to read this real quick. So this is a statement from the Drive. That video was from the Drive. With this system, Honda is introducing the S Plus Shift mode. This mode turns on the gas engine, allowing you to rev it using the accelerator and, in quotes, change gears using pedal shifters despite power coming from electric motors. What we're trying to say is it's simulated gear shifts, which is actually, that was a low-key like stab from the Drive, which I'm happy to see, because the Drive, Road and Track, Car and Driver, and what was the other one? Motor Trend are all, they have been sucking the EV cock for a long while. And I'm glad to see a statement like that. It'd be like, yeah, it's...
this is a lot of EV hate on this fucking video right now.
Yes, and as it should be, because I thought we were... So when we originally did the pod, it was like, we didn't think that it was going to run too long because it seemed like it was the end. And everybody was like, Dodge is sitting there going, we're not going to make another gas-powered car ever again. It's over. And there's states out west saying... everybody is going to be EV by 2030, and we're going to do everything we can to get gas-operated cars off the road. And it's like, I guess this is the end. I guess we're fucked. I guess it's done. Car culture is fucked. It's all Teslas now and gay shit. And it's disheartening to me to see Trump's the president, and you're still making EVs and gay shit.
Gettysburg is a very spooky place. Been there multiple times.
Have you had any experiences at Gettysburg?
No, but so how Virginia, we can leave this as a teaser and stuff like that for the spooky podcast. Virginia has a ton of spooky things and stuff like that because it's like the middle ground of the fucking.
Yeah, dude, more battles.
So I've been to a ton of
Civil
Civil War places and stuff like that, And yeah, it's pretty fucking spooky.
You've been to
Stuff
Fredericksburg?
like that. Yes, I have. Yeah.
Is the battlefield for Fredericksburg preserved or?
Yeah, it's just open and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like Gettysburg?
Yeah, so most of the Civil War sites that I've seen and been to and stuff like that, it's just the open field that they fought on is still open, still there and stuff like that.
That's
so,
creepy.
Yeah. So anytime past any time frame where the sun goes down and stuff like that, there's been like multiple reports of like.
Have you seen anything?
I have not personally and stuff like that. I also steer away from spooky shit like that, but
Yeah.
I've had tons of buddies that have been to like areas like that, and even like old factories during that time frame too and stuff like that.
Oh, I can believe that too.
And
Yeah.
just all that shit. That time frame was just spooky. So
Yeah. Lots of like brutal stuff going on at that time.
yeah.
I would agree too. Like, again, teaser for spooky season. I was very much, and I did tell this story to Tales from the Grid Square. It's up on theirs. I told this story to them. I also, like, when I was younger, I was very interested by it. I had a friend who was very into it. And then as I got older, I was like, I don't want to know anything about this.
Yep.
I don't want to know. Because God forbid it's all fucking real and I fucking have an experience. When I was a teenager and I visited Gettysburg, I had a kind of weird experience, but it wasn't too crazy. My parents had a strange experience because we have the oldest active cemetery in the United States is in my hometown. And coincidentally, the very first witch convicted and prosecuted, and she was sentenced to death. They burned her. They burned her or hanged her. I can't remember. The very first witch that was executed for the Salem witch trials.
Yep.
She was from Milford, Connecticut. Shit. She was from my hometown. And Salem, after they executed her, they were just like, we don't want a witch buried in our fucking town. The people down in my home state, they were just like, we don't think she was a witch. Also, if you guys are gonna like bury her in a shallow grave, like just send her back home. So I guess her family like paid for her to come back home, her parents or whatever. And she is buried in that cemetery. I know I could take you to the exact spot where she's buried. It is sometimes cordoned off, and there's a marker on there with like they used to have like not like a warning sign, but like a caution sign, like herein lies the lady in white. She's constantly like roaming the fucking vengefully roaming. I don't know if that's a word. Roaming the cemetery at night, and on the anniversary. So I think it was weird too, is that they executed her like in October or something. So coincidentally, around fucking Halloween time, she is active, and the police very often get called down there. And there's multiple police reports of seeing the lady in white out there. And of course, the local kids will go out there and fucking get more than they bargained for. But apparently, she will. I've never seen her. I don't want to, but I didn't. I believed that stuff was real, but I didn't believe that stuff happened to me. It wasn't real for me until I did have experiences when I was in Iraq, and I brushed all that stuff off until like long after I came back, and I wound up talking with some guys that I was there with, and I was like, hey, do you remember like XYZ happening? And being like, yep, that all happened. And I'd just be like, well, what was that? And they'd be like, I'll tell you the same thing I told you while we were there. I don't know. I don't want to know. Don't open your door at night. And I'll leave it at that. But yeah, for next time on Spooky Time.
Spooky.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
That's the outro.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
We are towards that time frame, so we might as well just start blasting that shit. So.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
came.